Okay, so this video is a mini tea of things happening on the internet, so let's just get into it. But before we do that, my social media will be in the description along with my beauty channel, anything else you might need to find. Also, for the first hour after posting today's video, I'll be replying to your comments, so you want a response, you can comment. That's it, those are the rules, so let's just get into it. Ofra, I recently spoke about Ofra and a few YouTubers, so just to recap, Ofra is a makeup brand who has been collaborating with a lot of YouTubers for a long time. I remember one of their first bigger campaigns was Nikki Tutorials with her highlighters. She had highlighters and some lip products, and then since then she has created so many more highlighters for them. They had a collaboration with Talia Ma, Samantha March, Jen Loves Reviews, Manny MUA, just a few people. So they're going for both smaller influencers and bigger influencers. I think they started out doing bigger influencers, and then as time went on, they started going for more small to medium-sized channels, which is really nice, you know, to give opportunities to people. However, since then, people went through Ofra, is like the owner of Ofra, her Instagram, and her husband posed with like Trump merch, and he was caught donating money to Trump's Make America Great Again campaign. And then also there's a picture of him in the Trump merch. Is that what it's even called? Like the Trump stuff, doing what is deemed to be a white supremacy hand symbol. Some people are saying it's not, some people are saying it is, just depends who you ask really, so that's up for your interpretation. But you know, the hand gesture plus the Trump merch plus the donations, it all just kind of adds up to a little bit of an issue. So since then, Ofra has actually made a statement. So I spoke about this last time, and at the time of me filming my last video, too many people haven't spoken out. Now we're getting more concrete answers from people, including Ofra. So let's just get into it. So Ofra has said, Ofra Beauties, our mission as a brand has always been to unite through the universal voice of beauty and makeup. As a worldwide company, we do not discriminate against any race, religion, nationality, gender, or political affiliation, and only wish to spread peace and positivity. To me, this is just a bunch of waffle. Just say what you mean, say what you did, say that you're sorry, but this is just a bunch of like, we love everyone, peace to the world, ooh, we love anyone's political views. You know, it just sounds like a bunch of stuff. It really isn't like a genuine opinion. It's just like, here's a bunch of stuff that you guys kind of want to hear from us. And then there's, we are sorry for any hurt or pain caused by an image that is circulating from 2016 of one of our owners. Any hand gestures in this image were not meant with malice and were not meant to reflect any white supremacist values. We are internally discussing the next course of action. Please know we are in no way trying to sweep the situation under the rug. At our company, we have all types of races, ethnicities, and genders, and our diverse political beliefs are not reflected in our brand's goal to spread beauty and positivity. So what they're saying is, our political beliefs are none of your business. That's what they're saying. That is what they're saying. They're not really denying the whole Trump thing. They're just saying like, respect everyone's beliefs. I just imagine them doing this with like a peace sign just constantly. Just like, peace and love, our political beliefs are none of your business. Ooh. Now, another interesting tidbit about this whole story is the fact that a few years ago, people caught Ofra like liking a few Trump related things. Apparently Ofra came out and said that their account was hacked, and that's why those posts were being liked. Now looking back at the situation, they probably weren't hacked. That was like actual genuinely them liking it. It's just they got a lot of backlash for it. They were like, oh, hacked. Nikki Tutorials actually spoke out now. So last time I filmed my video, I said Nikki Tutorials hadn't spoken out about the whole situation. Now she said, I'm absolutely mortified and disgusted by some old tweets I saw of the vice president of Ofra Cosmetics. I will not accept or associate myself with this behaviour, and I'm so disappointed. Ofra Cosmetics has always treated me with such respect, but I can't and won't ever stand behind this. Please know that I've been talking to the brand behind the scenes and have asked them how they'll go on from here. My words have impact on businesses, but more so the people behind the businesses. I don't take that responsibility lightly. Once there are more answers, I'll take action concerning my collaboration products. So I'm guessing she's saying like, if this and this person is fired, I'll stick around. If they're not fired, then I won't stick around. I'm hoping that's what she's saying, because if she's just saying like, if they make a good PR statement, I'll stick around. Like, I hope it's not like waffly stuff like that. I hope it's actually just like, you either fire him or I'm out. Then we actually have Manny MUA, who posted a video. So he posted two videos that we're going to be talking about today. So one was with the president of United States of America, Joe Biden. So they did like a campaign with a lot of influencers, and Manny posted that video on his channel, and he, at first it was like going really well, and then I'm assuming it must have been linked somewhere. I feel like it must have been linked on like Reddit or somewhere, because it started getting dislike bombed. Like, it was just a bunch of dislikes, a bunch of hate comments. It got pretty like, pretty wild in that comment section. And then he posted another video basically addressing the whole thing, kind of addressing a few rumors, scandals, you know, the whole lot. So basically we start out with Ofra Cosmetics basically saying like he'll keep on supporting them because apparently the co-founder has now been like demoted to a different position or something like that, and people are having a lot of issues with that statement, basically saying like if that person is still part of the company, they're still making money and profiting off that company. So if you're sticking around while the person is still making a salary from that company for their behavior, you're basically just like adding to their salary and you're adding to them bringing home the profits. So unless that person got fired, sticking around is basically just being like, here's the money. He then started talking about frenemies and basically how proud he is of Trish and how much they've changed and how much they've improved and all of that stuff. Basically going on about how much he loves frenemies as well as the podcast, and Ethan's great. And what people found really strange about this whole thing is that Manny filmed a lot of videos right before James's scandal. Like they posted a lot on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. The last video James had on his channel before the scandal was one of Manny and Gabriel has just spoken out on his podcast how he basically just like doesn't think what James did was bad, all of that stuff. So now we were waiting for Manny and Nikki to denounce James's behavior. Nikki hasn't said anything. She gave this statement about Ofra but has never said anything about James, and apparently in one of her recent tutorials she used James's palette. That is a statement in itself. Using his palette in front of your huge audience is a statement. Like, even if you don't say anything, that is a statement to make. You're basically saying like, keep on buying this person's products because I think they're an okay person to promote on my channel. And then Manny basically was just like, yeah, I love what they're saying. And then he basically said something along the lines of, I know they're being kind of critical of one of my friends right now, but I think their podcast is really nice and they're speaking about very important issues. Now people are wondering, is this his way of making a statement about James? Is this his way of denouncing James without actually denouncing James? But I guess we'll see, because they haven't been posting together, right? Like James on his birthday wasn't seen with Manny or Nikki, was seen with like his other friends. So I guess we'll see if Manny ever pops up in James's videos again and James's posts. But is this his way of denouncing James, or is this his way of seeming like he's denouncing James without actually denouncing him? I don't know, I just wish he had made like a more concrete statement of like, I disagree with this behavior and therefore I really appreciate what the frenemies are doing. I don't know. But also, one little other tidbit in that video was that he's starting a podcast with Laura Lee that is supposed to be kind of like a drama podcast. I don't know, I feel like the two people that were in one of the biggest scandals in the beauty industry, and you know, two people that weren't very fond of drama channels at the time, are now creating a drama podcast. Kind of doesn't sit right with me. I don't know, I always feel like it's so strange when people criticize drama channels and then start discussing internet drama themselves. And I'm like, that is so hypocritical. Just because you don't call yourself a drama channel doesn't mean you aren't one. So I don't know, I'm interested to see what they'll do on that. I have nothing against Manny or Laura. I think they're fine. I watch their videos. I think Laura has changed a lot since her scandal. I'm hoping she's changed. You know, she's adopted her niece and it's been great to watch that journey. But I do remember both of them saying how they don't like to be in drama anymore and how they don't like the dramatic sphere. And I do understand, you know, you don't have to be in drama to talk about drama, but I feel like they've always had a kind of negative experience with drama channels because of the scandals they've been in. So for them to now create a drama podcast is a really strange move to make. But look, to each their own. I'm not gatekeeping the drama community. Anyone can be a drama channel if they want to. Anyone can talk about drama if they want to. That is perfectly fine. I just think it's a strange move to make because they'll have to talk about their own friends. And I feel like it's the same mistake that Ryland has made, right? So Ryland obviously is, you know, Shane's fiance, and Shane's in a lot of drama. And in the midst of all of that, Ryland Adams decided to do a podcast called The Sip with Lizzie, where they discuss pop culture and drama. And then they realized that they talk about drama while also being in one of the biggest scandals on the internet, if not the biggest scandal on the internet. And that they'll have to also discuss their drama. Otherwise, it's really hypocritical to discuss other people's drama while not discussing your own drama. So I feel like it just didn't work out for them. And then Ryland was like, okay, we're switching ways. We're going to be doing a whole different podcast. We're not doing drama anymore. We're doing just regular podcast content. And I'm just wondering if the same will happen to Manny and Laura, where they'll start discussing YouTube drama and then one of their own friends gets into drama and people will be like, well, why aren't you discussing this? And then they'll realize how difficult it is to be a huge YouTuber, friends with other YouTubers, and then to also discuss YouTube drama. in an unbiased way, because when you're friends with people, you don't want to criticize them publicly, right? Because that's just not something you do to your friends. You talk about them privately, but people will demand that they address stuff publicly because they're drama channels, they have a drama podcast. So I just think it might get a little bit difficult, mainly with Manny being friends with James, or seeming like he's still friends with James. You know, people will be like, well, you're discussing this drama, so why aren't you denouncing James? Or why aren't you talking about this? Or, you know, Patrick Star just did this, why aren't you talking about it? I think it can get a little bit complicated in that sense to talk about YouTube drama while also being so integrated in the YouTube scene. But I don't know, I wish them the best. All power to you guys. Hope you have a great time. And I think that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, give a thumbs up, comment down below anything you want to comment down below, and subscribe because I post videos every time something happens. So hit that bell, be notified when that's happening. Social media links, any other links in the description. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.